let's call the meeting of the Finance Committee of August 15, 2022 to order. It is 6:30 p.m. In attendance are all of the committee members, Todd, Cheryl, Mike, and John. First, quick order of business is acceptance of the minutes from our last meeting. Can I get a
So moved.
Second.
roll call vote?
Yes.
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 Yes. And myself is a yes. So those pass. Second on the agenda, there are no line item transfers or reserve fund transfers this evening. I checked with Sandy, so there's none. So Chief Chavez, you're up.
I appreciate you guys taking me out of order. So we have a town event, the touch a truck, transportation night at the library. So it's actually a great turnout today. So basically the reason for my being here today is to kind of get the blessing from the Finance Committee to add some additional staffing to our department. I went in front of the board. They gave me the approval to begin a search for at least two full-time applicants. We're in the process of, we've started the preliminary process of background checks on these two individuals. But obviously, like anything else, they're also contemplating other offers. So, because everybody's looking for people nowadays. So some of the bad news, just for the board's information purposes, from July 1st, 2022 until August 14th, we've had a total of 18 unfilled shifts. So they were actually, we posted the shifts and no one put in for them. Again, one of the reasons is we have one of the officers is on injured. He's going to actually return back to work tomorrow. And then we lost, like I mentioned to the board before, three of our specialists. We only have one special officer left. He just recently received a certification from the state. So I'm hoping that he can start working shifts, but he also works for the deputy. She has a deputy sheriff in transportation, so that's kind of his number one division. So basically just some more information just to bore you guys. So if we were to get an agency to come in and do a evaluation of the department, see if our staffing levels are up to date, they would use a formula that the federal government uses. And that formula states that nationwide we should have 2.4 officers per 1,000 inhabitants. All right, so the town, according to some stats, we have about 7,830 people times 2.4 equals 18.792 officers. Obviously, that'd be the optimal number. I'm not looking to reach that level. I don't think the volume of calls and cost for service supports the 18 officers. But my recommendation would be to increase it to 2 full-time police officers.
Where are you at now, Chief?
We have 11 officers, which are the same numbers that we've had since 1980, which was kind of shocking to me. And I think it's just, pre-planning wasn't there. I mean, because as population increases, obviously, I think all our services should increase.
Those are FTEs, right?
Full-time officers, yes. Yeah, we have 3 sergeants and 8 patrolmen, full-time patrolmen. So, just to kind of give you an example of some of the number of shifts and the amount of money that the special officers in fiscal 21, they covered almost 3,000 hours that we were able, for a grand total of $163,804. Fiscal 22, they covered 1,400 hours at $77,000. So, and one of the other reasons why we I'm asking for the extra staffing is the demand by the residents for a school resource officer. Right now, we have a liaison officer. She works a regular shift, and then when she can, she stops by the school. And she can't really start any programs at the school like we would like to, because she's a midnight shift officer because of the contractual obligations. So the plan would be to have her transfer days so she could do some of our obligations at the school, and then supplement our force to
Should be a part-time SRO in Halifax.
Yes. So the demand on school resource officer, increased demand for services in the business district with the two cannabis dispensaries that are opening up. One's already open, the other one's I'm actually going to visit tomorrow to do a safety walkthrough of their facility at the intersection. Obviously, the reduction of special police officers, and then the issues with the state making it mandatory that all officers be fully academy trained.
Okay.
So that's some of the reasons. So budgetary-wise, financially-wise, I think we can sustain it. Right now, for the two full-time officers, I talked to Sandy, she gave me some figures in fiscal 19, and obviously, we've been pretty good about giving back some, the monies that we don't use. So like in 19, we gave back almost $16,000 out of my budget. In 20, $56,000. In 21, $39,000. And in 22, $70,000 went back to the budget. Obviously, public safety, we kind of have to, budget high, because if we get a couple guys that are injured or things happen, special occasions, our overtime budget can just go out the door. So right now, we're at, according to Sandy, we're at $90,000 that we have to allocate for those two positions, and that's not including the overtime that we would obviously be utilizing for the shifts that we do unfilled. So I think financially we'd be in good position to sustain those officers, and then looking forward for next fiscal year, we're losing the sergeant to retirement, so the sergeant is coming up to replace him, would obviously making less money, so it's even less of a demand. And then some other ideas that I kind of thought about to help, because we don't know what's going to happen with the budget when you guys get it. I know every year we ask for the two cruisers. Our fleet right now is probably in good shape right now. I would say probably the best shape that we've had. So I could actually skip a year, I think.
Okay.
So that'd be about $120,000.
That would certainly help.
So that would help greatly. So I don't want to make a commitment because I don't know what's going to happen to the fleet in the meantime. But I think right now we're getting the two new cruisers in from this fiscal year, and so I think we're in the best shape we've been in a long time. So that could really go a long ways to help out. And then also the community impact percentage, the 3% from the two cannabis places, kind of pitching in. So that would help.
I talked to Sandy earlier today. She said you've got turnover gain from the losses you've had, so you got money sitting there. So it was all within budget. Anything else we should know?
No, pretty much. I mean, so again, just for purposes for you guys, for your knowledge, when you look at the population, so we compare ourselves to 10 different towns. Clinton's not comparable to us because of the population. Right now, Clinton's got just under 3,000 people, and with their total personnel, full-time and part-time officers, they're at 16. And they have one officer in the academy. They budgeted an 8th in last year's budget, and they have a 9th officer budgeted for at this past town meeting. So they'll actually have more full-time officers than us.
Yeah.
So it's, but,
Makes no sense.
out of our comparables, Acushnet, they have 18 full-time officers. Berkeley, 9 officers. Dayton, 15. Freetown, 18. Lakeville, 17. Halifax, we have 11. Hanson, 19. Rehoboth, 23. Rochester, 11. And West Bridgewater, 19. And I don't even know why West Bridgewater is one of the comparables, because I don't think
Yeah, right.
we're in the same ballpark as
Yeah.
as they are. But that's just, just for your own information, so I think it's,
That's certainly Plimpton with a,
yeah,
They've got-
I heard that.
they got a better physical plant, and they've got
Yes.
a brand new road going in, and they've got more police officers. I think actually we only have to, the Board of Selectmen's already agreed to this, right? So we really just have to vote on it by reference to our role as wage and personnel. So could I ask for a motion to approve the 2 new FTEs?
So moved.
Second.
And roll call. Kyle?
Yes.
Cheryl?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And myself is a yes.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks,
You guys have a good evening.
Keep my daughter in line, she's over there watching the trucks.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, my 12-year-old kid.
My grandkids are there too.
There you go.
Yeah.
Take care. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Chief. All right. So moving down the budget, Finance Secretary discussions, there aren't any candidates. We've had no response on working for us. Apparently, we're so hard to work with.
That must be awful.
So,
I know, right?
well, I
Must be
think,
me.
like, for this evening, I'll do the minutes.
Yeah, we'll do
We're
it.
just having votes, so I'll be able to put the minutes together. But I think we may have to rotate the minute-taking responsibilities among us for a while.
I'm secretary of my
Yes.
Twin Lakes.
Oh, you are? If you're, honestly,
I'm the secretary.
honestly, if you don't, you guys, if you like me, you're already stink at taking minutes, I'm sure. So I didn't want to give it to the girl. So we'll rotate it, or you'll take the minutes. I'm ready to
Rotating first and see what happens.
see how incompetent we are, then yes.
I will.
Good, maybe you can give us lessons on how to keep track. Well, we'll get to that in a second.
I had a thought on that too, something maybe outside the box. I don't even know what's possible. Would it be worth seeing if there's like an intern at Bridgewater or community college around that would be interested in some work like this?
Interesting. Sorry, I didn't bring pen tonight, but great idea. Let's chase that. Right?
Yeah, I
See,
could.
in the.
reach out.
Have you got any connections like with the poli-sci department or?
Yeah, I could reach out to a few places, or just in general, just do some inquiries. Just
See if somebody.
Place
So yeah, if we could all beat the bushes a little bit,
Yeah.
I think that would be.
Is there anything against having an intern in that position as far as
No, I mean,
bylaws?
they're gonna
It's just
keep
gonna
our
be-
minutes, collect our correspondence,
Right.
tee it up with Sandy,
Yeah.
and generally keep us on track.
Yeah.
I mean, an intern, clearly we wouldn't get the regimentation that we were happy with from, that we used to
Yeah.
from Linda, but I think it'd be good for them, good for us. It's a great idea.
All right. I'll try to bring something to the next meeting, if not sooner.
That's great. Okay, so that's finance. If anyone has any other ideas on that, it'd be great.
I believe that Linda said in that packet there was some kind of organization that we needed to sign a form.
Chair, vice chair.
No, I
Clerk.
thought it was for the American something of finance committees.
No, that's a second, that's two different things. So, in there was the renewal of the membership to the
Yes, that was
Association of Town Finance Committees if we wish to rejoin.
in which we do.
I liked it,
Yeah. Yeah.
I've enjoyed some of
Do
their
that. 'cause
And
they're-
did we sign
Zooms and
that?
stuff too. Yeah, it's been interesting.
Did we sign it?
It was at the, no, it was in the back of the pile, I think.
This
Yeah,
one.
there it is. Yeah, you have to sign.
So annual dues. Sorry, she told me to sign, so I signed. So we're good.
Okay, so
I'll
we're
get that back to.
There you
I'm
go.
not sure who we turn these things into now.
I just got to put it back in the mailbox.
Oh, no,
Or somebody can put it back in the
okay.
mailbox.
Do you have
But I've
a-
got stuff to go in there anyway.
Right, do it, give that back to Michael then.
Yep, no problem. Thank you.
Get that in the mailbox.
I'll turn that to Linda.
Okay. Wage and personnel we did, finance. We don't have any budget general discussions yet. September, maybe we'll just start thinking about who's going to do what when the cycle begins again. The only correspondence I saw this week was from the superintendent of schools with 2 points on there. Remember, we were looking for alternative bus solutions. So first point was apparently they've reduced it by 400 a day because we're using a new vendor. So it's a little bit of relief there. we're still going to be way over budget. So she has said that scheduling and the fact that the vans are not 7D compliant says that we're going to have a hard time doing it over there. I went through the 7D regulations though. I can't see where we're not compliant. So I want to talk to our COA person, Darlene, and see like exactly what. There's two sections, one on the vehicle and then the other on the operator. And both of them seemed like you need lettering on the bus. Okay, for $250,000, we'll say we'll get lettering on the bus if that still makes sense.
Yeah, we can save that.
So we just have to keep asking them about that and other ways that they might
Yeah.
want to do it. You know? I get the scheduling thing because apparently they're being extensively used now. We have 2 drivers. It just seems somewhere in there there's a solution. So that was the only correspondence that I saw. So we neglected last time, apparently we need to take a vote on the citizen member at large joining the personnel advisory committee. So we just need to take a vote on that. So could I entertain that?
So
Is that what we're doing?
do we know who it is?
Yeah, do we know?
We don't, that's the thing. Now that we
So
get,
We have 2.
we have 2 now, but there was one at the time when they pushed this, and this is the resolution to,
Yeah.
because we didn't define at our joint meeting how we wanted the citizens chosen, so the resolution by the attorney was to, one each, pick one each.
Yeah, we pick-
we pick one.
We pick one, they pick one, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks. I'm glad.
So that's what that's all about.
Okay. So do we just take a motion or we?
I guess that's all we would do.
So just a vote that will proceed on that basis?
I would think so, yeah.
Motion?
So moved.
Second. Okay, roll call vote. Todd? Yes. Cheryl?
Yes.
Mike?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And myself is a yes. Okay, so we've agreed that each of us will will select one member at large.
Right, well, I would have thought Alex would have sent the woman's name forward,
It was
but...
Mary.
Huh?
It was Mary, and there was another one.
Ellen, yeah.
Ellen and Mary. Mary was the first one.
Mary was the first one, so I would have thought he would have shot it to us, because this was last week.
How did we get them as candidates?
They
put it on-
They were on talent.
It was a talent bank, yeah, they updated the talent bank to include,
Because I only
And I
got,
think there's a certain date on that.
and there was an expiration date, yeah, but they put it back out, and that's how we got the second person.
Right.
okay. We did have one, I'm sorry I didn't bring it tonight, it slipped my mind. We did have one candidate applicant who indicated interest to being on the finance committee. So did any of you get it? I got the
Yeah, I
talent
think we
bank
did.
form.
Yeah.
I'll ship the talent bank form to all of you this evening, and then since you'll all have it, I think it's okay for us to do this to maybe between now and then between now and next meeting, we'll set a time to talk to him. And then we could vote him in next meeting if that works for everyone.
That was for Frank Johnson?
Yeah,
Yes.
Yeah,
so we all got it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, he's retired, seems
good, yeah.
credible.
They seemed reasonable.
All right, why don't we invite him in next meeting and
Yeah, that'd be good.
do that? Okay.
'Cause the fear is if we wait too long, they back
They'll
down.
get somebody else, yeah. 'cause
Well, it's
he-
not so much that, but they just do something. He put down a bunch
That's
of
what I
things.
mean, he checked off a whole bunch.
So
of
yeah,
things,
somebody else is likely to hook him.
Yeah, and once he's on anything else, he can't join us,
Right.
right? Because we can't be on other committees.
Correct.
So do you want to have him come next meeting for like the interview
Yes.
process?
Yeah, well, I'm thinking that'll be a month,
Yeah.
so we may need
Somewhere
to
in
do it
between.
sooner. Let me check his availability and maybe we can do something. Maybe we have a single agenda item meeting sooner, just so that we can do that.
Yeah.
Okay. So that gets to my last 2 points. First was, I thought that we all agreed that we would try and do these by Zoom as long as it was legal. Right? Is that what? And then the last 2 we got. So I'll get with
But
Caesar.
I think it's hybrid. We have to do a hybrid version.
No, they extended it.
They extended
They extended
it.
it.
So by statute, we can
Yeah,
stay.
they extended it, but then they passed the new law.
I think they extended whatever was in place because of COVID. That's extended at least through the end of the year, I think.
That's what I said.
Maybe even March, I heard.
Guys,
Yeah, I think March, 3rd or something.
Yeah.
I mean, the advantage I see, first, we can all get there no matter where we are.
Oh, yeah.
Second, we get more, we always have 10 or 12 people in the room.
Sure.
We do it that way. And the other thing is,
Versus
if we
the
need to
back.
check the minutes when we're doing the minutes, at least we have the recording. We could do
So you
that.
can go back over the recording. Well, that's how Linda does it. yeah.
So, Johnny, you good with Zoom if we can pull it up?
Yeah, I agree.
All right, Mike?
Yes.
But, you good?
Yeah, actually, that'll help me a lot.
I like Zoom, yeah, it helps.
Well, I'm having a knee replaced September 7th, so
Yeah, you won't be.
Yeah.
I won't be able to drive for a
You won't be
month.
going anywhere, Bill.
You'll
No.
have-
No.
Not for a month, and
No.
That's on the 7th?
on September 7th, yeah.
Then it is important. The next meeting, I was going to propose the next meeting be a month out. We haven't had a month break since
Right.
long time.
Oh, yeah.
That's been.
My first year it was once a month in the summer. Remember? And
Yes,
then-
yes, yeah. And then
You know,
we started, you
Yeah.
know, it's once a week again.
All right. So I propose 9/12 as the next
Yes,
meeting.
that's fine.
4 weeks out. Is that all right?
Yeah, so
All right. So we'll do that. I will get and make sure that the rules on posting in advance and all that get taken care of
Yeah.
by someone.
do we know, do we know, we're taking care of that, Caesar?
What's that?
We were told.
I know, we really were. Caesar, it is Caesar, we just need to make sure 3 days in advance. I'll make sure with Sandy, Sandy's gonna surrogate this for us a little bit, she'll make,
Oh, good.
she'll keep us out of trouble. And then at the next meeting, I think we'll add department allocations. In September, we did it last year in September,
Yeah.
so we'll do the
Just so we
department
know,
allocations, just so that we know what's going on.
Right.
Any other business? Okay. Motion to adjourn at 6:52.
So moved?
Second,
Roll call? Yes. Cheryl?
yes.
Michael?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
And myself, yes.
Good.
Thank you all.
You're welcome.
Thank you also for your forbearance. I think I